Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25. He's dropped it to 23. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They find some open field here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. And Lazard's got it again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw here, Dalton. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. Here's Dalton. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 7-7, our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Dalton's throw complete there to Smith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Chris Olave. 60 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point.